right, guys. Happy Monday. We're back at it again. It's Romantic Propaganda with Imani Shakur.
And I'm film director. Author, Devon Hewett, author of Romantic Propaganda.
By the time we're done, he's going to be a film director.
Yeah, it's going to be a movie, all right?
It's going to be a movie, exactly. Yeah,
who knows? Hey, who knows?
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
We should do it. It's a good idea.
Who knows?
Anyway, guys, we're broadcasting the truth and exposing the lies. Don't forget to follow us on social media. Please subscribe. You're going to get some really good stuff. This podcast, the HPR Chronicles, you're going to get that one about history, politics, and race. You're going to get a lot of good stuff on our channel. So definitely subscribe and definitely keep tuned in to Romantic Propaganda because we're the hottest, hippest relationship podcast on the planet and in the universe. You know what I mean?
He throwing the universe. There we go.
Email us at rptalktruth@gmail.com for questions, and follow us on Twitter too. It's Romantic Propaganda. We're gonna do this thing called Dating Tales at the end of the episode. If we have a tale to tell, we'll do it. I know we did one last week. Maybe we'll have one this week. Let's see. And today we're both gonna talk about, should you move on after a health crisis? And I think that's an interesting topic to actually cover.
Yeah, I think so.
You know what I mean? And I guess I'll jump it off because I have a personal experience to share when it comes to this.
Okay.
First of all, let me answer the question first before I jump it off. And I say yes, you should move on after a health crisis. And I think that the person that the health crisis happened to should be unselfish and allow you to move on. Case in point, my mom's ex-boyfriend, you know, the woman she's with now, and I won't name any names and stuff, she ended up getting diagnosed with a form of cancer or something like that.
Your friend's mother?
My mother's ex-boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
The woman he's with now ended up having a health crisis, something he didn't know and didn't expect would happen. And right now, the situation is kind of off balance. And I'm not saying you should just run off if your significant other, you know, has taken in sick or whatever. What I am saying is, if that person's life is legitimately over, they should be unselfish enough to say, you know what, babe, you've taken care of me. I'm at this facility. It's over for me. Move on and enjoy the rest of your life. I personally think it's very unfair for someone to go spend the rest 5-10 years with me in this predicament.
Well, you gotta say it like
they can't have sex. They can't join you for anything, for dinner or anything like that.
Oh.
They can't go on a trip with you. So why should? Yeah, seriously. I mean, there's no intimacy. Why should that person be subject to that for the next 5-10 years of their life? To me, I know if it's me and I've taken ill and I have a health crisis, I'm gonna tell my significant other, hey, baby, move on. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
That's what I would do.
You've done what you can do. Go out and enjoy your life. If we don't have kids and she wanted to, I would say, go and have kids, start a family. It's over for me, and that's okay. This is the hand that life dealt me, and I'm gonna deal with that for whatever reason. But you don't have to succumb and suffer to this hand that I was dealt. You move on, enjoy life, fall in love, have kids. If we have kids, take care of our kids. Show them a good example. I only have so long. What can I really contribute to the relationship? Absolutely nothing when you're in that state. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying if someone is, you know, let's say I'm married or in a serious relationship for some years and there's a car accident and my girl loses a hand. I'm not going to walk away. I'm not talking about that.
Yeah.
I'm there.
Right.
Or if she loses part of her leg, I'm there.
Right.
You know what I'm trying to say? What I'm talking about...
I'm not laughing. It's not funny.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? This is a serious subject.
It's the way you said it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, so you know...
That's different.
Yeah.
You're talking about an incapacitating situation.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Where you can't have a successful relationship. There's no intimacy at all. to me, it's wrong for that other person to expect that other person to just stay there and take care of them for years upon years.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If their health crisis isn't an immediate death sentence, I mean, that's different. If someone has stage 4, stage 5 cancer and they have 6 months, that's different. Of course, you're going to see that through. I'm talking about to the point to where you know they're going to be there, but your life has changed drastically. And again, they can't contribute anything to the relationship whatsoever. And they expect you to just be there and take care of them for years on end.
That's selfish.
To me, that's completely unfair and selfish.
Yeah.
But people are doing that.
But what if you say, babe, you can leave and start a new life? What if they say, no, I want to be with you?
That's a whole different story.
Would you insist they say, because in the moment today, they might say that. What about a year from now when they're like, because I do have a story about that.
Okay.
To
answer your question real quick, I would insist they go.
Right. So check this out. I know someone. He was a soldier.
Okay.
He had a girlfriend. Married her. Had kids. The whole American dream thing. Mm-hmm. Went off to the war. Stepped on a landmine. And blew off his entire body. He only had an arm and, his thighs. But he was now no legs, no nothing.
Wow. That's sad.
Came back. His wife was like, I love my husband. We're going to do this. God bless America. I'm an army wife. Posting it all on Facebook, Instagram, and the whole world was, oh, you're so brave. You're so strong. Mm-hmm. Long story short, one day he came home and she wasn't there.
Serious.
And the kids, she left him with the kids.
Wow.
This wasn't the next day. This was probably like a year later.
Right.
But
year after he came back from being deployed. Yeah.
But the whole year she's preaching army life and I love you. But secretly she was
a lot of she couldn't deal with it.
And it's kind of a hard thing. Now, this is what she did wrong. She didn't have a conversation and say, honey, I can't do this no more.
Yeah.
He didn't say, they didn't have that conversation where he had the chance to say, honey, I understand you can go find someone new. She hid that and just left. She couldn't deal with the confrontation of it. Mm-hmm. For her, it was better to just leave without saying goodbye or establish where she stood. She took a coward way out. Mm-hmm. I understand she left to start her life, but she left the kids, she left him, just like that. That's not fair to him or the kids.
Right.
If she had said, honey, I can't do this, etc., and he agreed, etc., or he said this, etc., but he had that conversation with her when it first happened, and then she said, oh, no, I love you, mm-hmm. That's where she made the mistake.
Right.
Fast forward, not too long after she left, she's posting on social media with the new guy.
Wow.
And he's, tall, handsome, jawbone, country boy, looking good. And he's seeing this on Facebook and Instagram with her with a new dude. Mm-hmm. And her friends are like, oh, we're so happy for you. God blessed you. And that's not fair to the soldier that fought for the country, fought for her, freedom, whatever you want to call it. He's paying for the house. He's paying for the bills. She's just a stay-at-home mom. He gave her the life she has, sacrificed his body for the country, and this is the treatment he got.
At least she could have been honest with him.
Exactly. Now, we understand she has needs, and it's a human thing to have needs.
He couldn't have sex anymore?
He still had, his
legs.
This part was gone.
Gone, yeah. From knees down.
Knees down, yeah, and
from above the knees down. I'm thinking. I think
below the knee, the knee and below, right? So he had, his knees.
That was it.
That was it.
Okay.
And he had like a missing arm.
Wow.
And about their sex life, I'm not too.
You're not too sure, yeah.
I don't have much information. I didn't ask. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure they were able to do something sexual or whatever. But either or, let's say he didn't or he did, they still had that initial conversation about making it work. And then a year later, she just left without saying, And to end this, he went through a depression and committed suicide.
Wow. That's a movie.
You think so?
Oh, I know so.
Yeah, he committed suicide, and That's actually funny you say that. I was telling to another friend of mine who is a film director, and he wanted to do that into a movie to show the darkness of what women inadvertently create. Yeah,
from veterans and stuff.
From veterans, and he went through depression. He lost his job. I mean, he lost his legs. He lost his wife, and he lost his life.
Wow.
And she's just, living like it never happened.
Wow.
That's
crazy. And I'm not saying this, guys, it's wrong that she moved on.
No,
I think it's wrong how she did it.
Right.
And there's also nothing wrong with her changing her mind. I know when he first came back from deployment, she was like, yeah, I'm okay with it.
Right.
It's just okay.
Yeah, that's normal.
I mean, if you've never dealt with that before,
and the reality hits,
how do you know you can deal with that?
Right.
So I'm sure once it really settled in, she's like, I thought I could do this, but I really can't.
Right.
So maybe she just couldn't find a way to just tell him that.
Right.
So she just abandoned them.
And the kids?
And the kids, too. I mean, that was wrong. I mean, to me, it would have been better if she would have come to him and said, hey, I thought I could deal with this and I can't. I think me and the kids are gonna move on, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Like something a little more respectable than just.
And he probably would have understood because he told her in the beginning, "You can."
Hey, if you can't, yeah, I get it. That's tough to deal with, and it is so funny. Even on a smaller scale, I always tell women that I meet that we have a fat clause in our relationship.
A what?
A fat clause.
Okay.
Meaning, you get fat, I can leave. I get fat, you can leave. I say that, I swear. And the last person I was almost dating, I met her one day that she got mad when I said that, but I'm like, it's a reality, it's real. I'm not just putting it on you, I'm putting it on me. If I turn into someone that you're no longer attracted to because I'm not taking care of myself physically, I don't expect you to stay. And you shouldn't expect me to stay. Mm-hmm. Part of my duty is to maintain a certain level of health and fitness and maintain the person I was that you actually met. I can't turn into someone else and expect for you to still stay there because that's not the person you fell in love with.
Right.
But that's just how I see it. And I don't expect her to stay either. And it goes back to our episode how about love is circumstantial, remember? Mm-hmm. The circumstances don't exist anymore.
Right.
You're no longer this hot, sexy, attractive, beautiful woman that I fell in love with.
In the beginning. It changes the nature of the relationship.
You're now obese, not taking care of yourself. We have a fat clause. I always say
there's
that.
Fat and then there's obese.
Right.
There's a difference. But either way, you turn into something that I don't like. And I know we're not talking about this, but I'm just showing you guys a small example of almost the same thing. It's not a health crisis. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But to me, it's like the same thing. I don't expect someone to stay with me if I get like that, and they shouldn't expect me to stay either. You know what I mean? And again, going back to the topic, it really depends on the nature of the health crisis and how grave the situation is. To me, there's variables to it. Again, if they're incapacitated and they can't function, I think again it's selfish for them to expect that person to stay. It's selfish. That person should say, "Hey, move on. Right.
Put me in a home over here. Move on. Let me hang out with people like me."
Right.
I can't offer anything
because
to this relationship.
your situation has nothing to do with them.
Right.
It's something you got to deal with.
Yeah, something that I have to deal with.
Right.
So I don't expect you to stay and hang out.
I agree.
Move on and enjoy your life.
And it's not even about health. What if I was dating someone and I was sentenced to prison for 40 years? Should I say, "Oh no, you can't have sex, go see anyone"?
Exactly.
So it's not about the health or the prison. It's the nature of the relationship has changed
drastically. The person can't be there anymore.
Right.
Whether it's prison, whether it's a health crisis, whether you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, they can't enjoy life with you.
Yeah.
And so if I'm in prison for the next 40 years and I'm with someone, I can't expect her to just, okay, I'm gonna wait it out.
Yeah.
Go enjoy your life.
Yeah.
So
and I actually expect her to move on in a case like that. Move on. I get in prison for move on.
40 years.
I go to prison for 10 years. Move on.
Yeah. What about 5?
Are you kidding me? Move on.
What about 1?
Nah.
2 years?
Nah. One, they gotta chill a little bit. To me, anything more than a year.
A year and a half? 2 years?
2 years, I say move on. I don't expect a woman to wait around.
Yeah, 2 years is kind of, but 12 months is doable, right?
12 months is doable.
You could wait.
If someone loves you.
Yeah,
12 months
365 days would be all right.
Yeah,
6 months
it'll
good behavior.
Go by like that.
Yeah, 6 months good behavior.
You know what's funny about you saying that? I've actually, just as a self-test, just as a way to see if I can control, my feelings I've actually gone a year without having sex. Purposely.
And I think every man should do that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, celibacy.
Because I wanted to show that sex didn't control me, that I controlled sex. I did that when I was 20-something years old. So
now, was it just sex or everything?
Everything.
Like not even
masturbation.
Okay, not even
everything.
oral. Okay.
Because to me, if you're getting to that point to a climax, you might as well just do it with a body. So I just refrain from everything.
Okay, celibacy.
Just to see if
I'm gonna call him now Pope Imani. That's the holy Pope right here.
But you know what I'm saying? It's a good exercise, man. So to go back to our point, I would wait a year if my lady got locked up for a year for something, and I would hope she would too, vice versa.
So what if you wait a year and then you wait a year for her, and then she tells you, she gets out, she's like, honey, when I was in prison, I hooked up with a woman, so I couldn't control myself. But you controlled it for a year. Would you still date her, or would you break up with her?
I'd stay with her.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's just me though. Someone else may be like, nah, I wouldn't stay with her at all. You know what I mean?
What about 5 women? Gangbang.
See, you're using words.
Okay,
see, guys, he's using words that are like out there now. Gang bang.
What do you do?
You know what I mean? He didn't say like.
Do you take her back?
In a year, that many, something's wrong there. I wasn't with the right woman anyway. It's one thing to say, yeah, honey, I was away for a year. I just one of the COs we kind of connected one time. That's different.
Yeah.
Or one of the prisoners we connected one time. That's different than every other month. You know what I'm saying? You with another prisoner? Nah, something's wrong.
Okay.
Something's wrong with that. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. When going back to like the health crisis thing, I honestly think that people shouldn't be selfish and if it's not something grave, you should hang in there as long as a person could say, you know what, like a really good way to actually sum this up. If you can no longer contribute to the relationship, you should be unselfish and leave, and you shouldn't expect the person to stay.
Hold on.
That's what I have to say about it.
What if it's not health? You said contribute. Mm-hmm. What if you get fired, you don't have a job, and you're not bringing in any money? Should she just up and leave?
Nah, that's something completely different. I'm talking about health crisis.
Okay, health. Like physically.
Yeah.
Enjoy. Like we can't go to Paris no more. We can't enjoy life. Right.
One of the major aspects about a relationship is that human connection, is that physical connection, you know what I mean?
And it depends on the illness too. What if they get blind one day? What if that might be more doable than someone that can't walk anymore?
Or if they lose their hearing,
right?
That could be more doable.
Or blind in one eye,
right? Or something. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Because how about this?
Because the person still could contribute in those situations. Go ahead.
I have another friend. When she was born, real quick, she was born with cancer in her eye, and the doctor told her parents when she was born, if we don't remove that eye, the cancer will spread.
Right.
So when she was a baby, since birth, she only had one eye.
Okay.
I had to put a glass eye in. Mm-hmm. She got teased in school and all that. When she got older, the kids called her Cyclops. Mm-hmm. But when she got older, she dated a guy who didn't know. And she always wore her hair like
covering one
but
side.
It was a glass eye. It was a glass eye, but it looked real, but you can't really tell.
Yeah.
But so she had to kind of like block it, but he didn't know because it was a glass eye that looked real. They go out to eat, she told me, and one day she got bumped at the table by the waiter, and the eye fell out, and it rolled on the table.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Sounds like a movie.
Yeah, I'm telling you. She said it fell out and it rolled to the table, and he saw that, and she was like, "Oh my god, I'm sorry." And she said that he was looking at him. I think she added it as a joke. She said he was just looking right at him. He said, "Oh my god, I'm sorry." He, "Oh no, it's no problem." And she told him what happened. She told him she had cancer, he's like, oh no, it's okay. I still care about you. Let's make it work. And then he left.
Serious.
Yeah. He said it just freaked him out.
At the table he left?
No. Like eventually, like a couple weeks later, he just stopped talking.
Okay.
To her.
Oh,
Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah, because she was like, because she was like, he was like, why didn't you tell me? Oh, I was afraid you'd leave me. You know.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I
yeah.
understand. You had cancer as a kid. It's not your fault. I still love you. And in 2 weeks, he just cut her off.
Wow.
And I think it's because she lied to him.
Right.
You know, she didn't say in the beginning.
Yeah, I think it would have been better to say in the beginning.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's a tricky one, right?
Yeah.
You know,
that's a tricky one.
because it changed the nature of how he originally felt.
How you viewed her, yeah.
But to up and leave is kind of bad, right?
Yeah, it was kind of bad. But to me, you got to be honest about stuff like that.
He said it's a movie. It's not a movie.
Yeah, I think it sounded like a movie.
No.
We lost one of our likes to people that's watching us on YouTube.
Yeah, no, these things actually happened.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, so
That's a crazy story. I mean,
you imagine?
the army one was crazy, and that's a crazy story.
yeah, these all happened, you know, not like the same year or whatever, but these are stories that I just.
But to me, you should just be upfront, be honest with the person that you're with about any ailments like that. It's not life-threatening. It's not grave. You still can contribute to the relationship. Just say it up front. Because to me, if you just say it up front and the person accepts you, you've done the right thing. And they liked you organically, and you have nothing to worry about at that point. You don't have to hide it. If some mistakes happen, he already knew.
And that goes for mental illness, too.
Yeah.
Mental illness, too. And it's.
But is someone really going to say they have a mental problem?
Well, see, you're going to think I'm crazy, but I know a girl that has a mental issue. And I told her about a guy she was dating. I was like, are you going to tell him you have, schizophrenia?
Yeah.
And she was like, I'm not schizophrenic. I have bipolar. And plus, you don't tell him that till after you get him.
Right.
And I'm like, what? So after she got married, she eventually told him I'm bipolar. But now he's stuck. Mm-hmm. You know. So
now he's stuck?
Well, he's married.
He's married?
Already. And now he's starting to see she's crazy.
Right.
That's not right.
But is it manageable, though, or no?
It's manageable. It's not like, but it'd be nice if he knows. She's got to be on medication and stuff. But, she's like walking outside at night, screaming to the sky sometimes. And,
wow.
When she's off her meds. But he's stuck. He's married,
He can get a divorce.
I mean, but she has to sign off, right?
Right. Well,
I know what you mean.
technically, yeah.
So, that's mental health, everything. It's either let the person know, right? Or
yeah. You got to let the person know. And again, don't be selfish. People that expect you to just be there with stuff like that, I don't think that's right. You can't be selfish, about.
What about being infertile? If a man finds out I'm not fertile, and then should she leave because of that?
No, because these days there's so many things you can do.
Right.
They literally can take one of your sperms and implant it in an egg. And there's so much you can do now with that. You know what I mean? I don't think so either. I mean,
but that's going to cost $50,000.
If she always wanted to have a child biologically from her spouse, and it's to the point to where he can't, and that was a deal breaker for her, absolutely. And if that's something that was found out, and I was in a situation, I would say, hey, babe, I didn't know. I don't blame you. Move on. Go get that guy that can give you that offspring. Yeah, to me that's fair. Again, it's about just not being selfish and expecting someone to be responsible for that hand that you were dealt with, like I was saying earlier in life. She can't be responsible for that. I didn't know that I was infertile. Now that I found out, babe, we didn't know. Move on. You know what I mean?
Right.
Go find that spouse. That's what I would do. That's what I would say. And vice versa too. If she can't bear children, that's something I've always wanted, and not adopt and this, that, and the other, I would expect her to be unselfish and say, hey, move on. Go find you a lady that can do that. We didn't know. Mm-hmm. And to me, it's not wrong if people move on from situations like that. And people that think it's wrong, to me, it's wrong that they think it's wrong.
Mm-hmm. Right, I see what you mean. Because
it's just you didn't know. Move on. Be okay with the person moving on. Let them go get what they want, because you can't provide what they want.
Right.
Let them go get it. But those are good questions, though. You're like thinking about every scenario that I didn't even think about. Those are good questions, though. It's true because it goes past the health crisis. You're right.
Like losing a toe because you have diabetes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's all these little.
All that plays into it.
Or
it's
a finger.
crazy.
Yeah. So
That's
just be
crazy.
honest. That's the thing, you guys.
Yeah. Be honest and don't be selfish.
And if you have a health crisis, don't hide it.
Yeah.
If you get checked out and you got like a sexual disease, don't keep it and be like, oh, I don't want them to leave me because of that.
Right.
Ooh, that's how you can get thrown in prison for stuff like that.
Yeah. You gotta let them know. So yeah, is that it? We good on that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think our audience got it. And if you guys comments or suggestions about this topic especially, put it down in the comment section. I noticed you guys mentioned on one of the other things we did. But yeah, comment. If you have something interesting that you think we missed about this subject, I know it's a touchy one. Please comment and we'll bring it up on the next show. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So yeah, guys, thanks for checking in. I don't think we have any dating tales today. Don't forget to subscribe. Tune in next week, every Monday. Follow us on social media. We're broadcasting the truth and exposing the lies. It's Imani and Devon.
Peace.
Peace.